Hello, my most amazing fifth grade artists. It is time for the fifth grade yearbook cover contest. If you have not been a student at Beachside or our old school when we were Osceola or Ortona, you might not know, but every year fifth graders compete to see who will win the front cover of the yearbook as first place, and then the back cover has second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, and 10th place on the back. So if you make it into the top 10 yearbook covers voted on by your teachers and other people and staff that work at Beachside Elementary, then you can end up on the front or the back cover of the yearbook. Every year the yearbook has a different theme. This year of this one right here, you'll see it was the combination of our new school and our new school mascot, the sea turtle. So every year there's a different theme that the artists need to follow to fit in with that yearbook theme of all the pages. So year to year they vary, and the people who fit the theme the best and follow the rules, spell Beachside Elementary right, write the year of this year would be 2023 to 2024, and design their yearbook cover in that vertical orientation will get their art on the cover. In fact, wait, this yearbook looks like it's from a long time ago. That's because this was my yearbook when I was in the fifth grade yearbook cover contest and got my art on the back cover of the yearbook. I got second place and I had my art on the back cover. And then you might even recognize, well, or not recognize, there's me. I actually helped out make the yearbook on the yearbook committee. And then there's me again. And now we're just going to go through memory lane and look through pictures of Miss Q if you can figure out which ones. Now here's my baby picture. Which one did I want to be when I grew up? Was it a teacher, a pro surfer, a lawyer? Nope, it was a marine biologist. That's Miss Q. And I'm having way too much fun, so I'm going to zoom up on a few more pictures of me here because this is fun to look through. And then this is my picture before I left elementary school and went to middle school. And you'll see that it's got even the little biographies of all the fifth graders or sixth graders' favorite things. And then you'll see I was in a lot of different clubs and different things around school, like I was secretary of student council. And then we're going to move on to what else was I in? And then I was in the band. Yes, I was in the band. I was a musical kid that would have made Miss John's proud. I played the clarinet, and then there's a picture of me playing clarinet down there, like Squidward, because I'm also an artist. Yep. All right, and then one more. I was in chorus. Yeah, I'm not the greatest singer, so I didn't stick with that. And then finally, yearbook staff and everybody in that class had to make a little sandpiper, which was our school mascot because my school was by the beach, and all of those sandpipers went on to the yearbook pages, so I'll show you that. Oh, yep, and safety patrol like some of you are. So gonna flip ahead to there's my little doodle of when I was your age and what I drew our school mascot as. So it is now your turn to create the yearbook cover. Now today you're gonna have class time and a choice between papers to create your cover. You can either pick the computer paper or printer paper, which is thinner, and I have more of it. It's great for sketching, or you can get the painting paper if you plan on using paint sticks or any kind of collage where you're cutting and gluing. Here's a bunch of examples over the past years that have been runners up to, or first place. Just make sure that your name goes on the back, not on the front. If you put your name on the front, I cannot have you in the contest because the voting is going to be anonymous. Your teachers will not know which one you made. The most important thing is that you have our school's name, the year, and that everything's spelled correctly, and that you follow the theme. This year's theme is doodling. So any kind of doodles that you do that represent our school and Beachside Elementary and the different favorite things about it, you can doodle on your yearbook cover. Just like some people doodle on the sides of their homework or in class when they're not paying attention. Now I want you to doodle. That could be either just drawing right ahead with Sharpie or sketching first with pencil and then going over top of it with Sharpie. But a good yearbook cover design not only is vertical, so that's the up and down way, not side to side long ways paper, and it's going to have very clearly able to read words. You could do fancy text like bubble letters or block letters, or if you really wanted to get fancy, you could try some cursive writing, but just make sure everybody can read it. And then you can go over top with Sharpie after. But definitely use some Sharpie in your design. I don't mind if you draw straight ahead with Sharpie as long as you're not wasting paper. I'm only giving you 1 or 2 papers today. You can take an extra one home to work on this if you decide that you want to work on this outside of class time. You can also make more than one entry to the yearbook cover contest. Just make sure that you use your class time today to create at least one design. If you don't finish, you can take it home and work on it because these aren't due until next week when the teachers will vote before Thanksgiving break. So you can doodle all different kinds of things that remind you of school or your favorite parts about school, your favorite subjects. You could draw art supplies. You could draw things that you do in music. You can draw things you do in PE, math, science. You could talk about, or not talk about, you could draw your favorite foods, whatever it is that reminds you of school that you can doodle. A doodle can be a pattern. It could be just a little line or design. You want to fill the whole paper up with doodles that have to do with our school. It should be still neat though and able to see the words. So that's why I put my words in a bubble in the middle and made them the largest and the thickest text with my Sharpie. I switched ahead to that thin Sharpie for the rest of my doodles. So when you want to use color, just make sure that you outline with Sharpie first, trace and erase. If you decide to color your doodles, just make sure that you don't scribble scrabble. You would want to make sure you do good coloring. So I decided I only want to color a little bit of mine. I'm not going to color in all my doodles because a lot of the time doodles are left in with black and white. I decided to use some markers for the Beachside Elementary in our school colors and then add this little kind of making it look like graffiti or spray painted technique by going over with white paint stick over top of our school colors of green and blue. Now I'm going to clean everything up because I'm out of time, but these aren't due for another week, so as long as you use your class time wisely, you can take these home and work on them or make more and then give them back next art class or before, whenever you finish. Just make sure your name's on the back and that if you do not wish to be in the contest and compete, that you just put this in your folder. Otherwise, take it home and turn it in by the deadline next week. Here are some more ideas based on other yearbooks that have used this doodling theme in past years at different schools. Some of them were more challenging, like middle school or high school students that drew these doodles, but they're good inspiration for ideas of what you could do to get some ideas going, because you don't want to do the same exact thing that somebody else has done. It has to be your own original, unique, creative ideas. Those are usually the ones that end up getting voted on for the first place. But remember, as long as you try, you have a pretty good chance of being in that top 10. Most important though is that it's got our school name, the year, you spell everything correctly, and that you make it really easy to read and that it's eye-catching. So make sure you outline with Sharpie and maybe add a little bit of color, or if you decide to do all black and white, at least make some lines a little bit thicker or colored in with black than others, like the music word in the middle here. All right, artists, have fun. I cannot wait to see what you create for the 5th grade yearbook cover doodle contest. And don't forget too, our school's theme this year is One Team, One Dream. That's our little motto, so include that too. Have fun.